Step back and see the macro and digest it down to the micro. Trading, investing, and geopolitics. From macro down to the micro. Welcome to Macroeconomics.
Welcome back to Macroeconomics, guys. Today, we're not doing a weekly recap that will be coming soon. Today, we just want to talk about the macrosphere because we've been talking a lot lately about some of our trading setups, some of our methodologies, etc. We just want to take the time to talk about where we're at in the macrosphere, so to speak. So today, as we speak, right now, and this is from multiple sources. Everything that we share here is not fact, but it's coming from factual sources. And what I mean by that is, like, don't take this to be the pinnacle because information is constantly and consistently changing. So this is to correlate information where we're at now so that we can put it in perspective. So as of now, the dollar liquidity, there was something happening with Credit Suisse. And essentially, this is a firm, I believe, a bank. I believe it's in Switzerland. And essentially, this is where governments and big players, I believe, they go to buy dollars. And there seems to be a dollar shortage. So in my mind, okay, does that mean liquidity is drying up? And actually, this morning on Wikipedia, we was doing some studying, as we do every morning. We read a simple article on Wikipedia every morning, trying to refresh and keep learning. And this morning, it was about carry trades, currency carry trades. And something that stuck out to me was that when currency carry trades can lead to the devaluation or appreciation of currencies. And for anyone who doesn't know, the currency carry trade is essentially you, I believe, borrowing a certain currency and selling another one, some along those lines, right? And so one thing that stuck out was that when the interest rates change on the global sphere, the global financial picture, when those rates change, this can affect the liquidity as well as the trades. And so I wonder, like right now, with as we know, the pound and the dollar, the GBP USD pair, this trade has been fairly volatile with a direction towards the downside, right? Seems to be trying to make a comeback. But what hit me is what moves these instruments. It's not retail traders, right? The huge foundational players are banks and governmental sources. And so it hit me that, let's say, even with the pound, you have the pound and you have the British authoritative sources that control the pound. They say that they're going to support and back up the pound, and I believe it was something along the bonds as well, which is called a gilt, I believe. And so it was saying how they will support it, right? But it seems to me, just like with the USD JPY, that the sources that be are just as powerful as the own government. So let's say the pound is saying that they're going to support they're going to support the pound going up. Why does it keep going down? And so definitely be aware that as we move forward within the macro sphere, that even though a company can say they're going to support, and yes, they have print presses, which is essentially a ledger system, but what exactly does that mean and what consequences does that have? Now, I just want to continue to pose questions. I don't want to be, try to speculate like I know everything, because I'm learning like you guys every single day, connecting the macro to the micro. So definitely be aware that right now the pound and the yen on the global stage, their governments are both intervening, and then you have an agency or a source, Credit Suisse, that is having liquidity problems, and we need to we need to just simply be aware of that how that is affecting the global sphere. Now, besides that, that's the currency macro overview. Bonds, they seem to be holding tight. Equities as well, they seem to also be holding tight. Nothing, out the ordinary. Up down, but overall to the downside seems like. And one thing that we're studying is what exactly do the bonds correlate to on a global view? Like, what does that mean for the global outlook? So we're continuing to try and put that together. Excuse me. So, yes, that's where we're at right now as far as currencies. And politically, we got to understand, yes, politics do play a part. The war in Ukraine and in Russia is still happening. China, Xi Jinping, I believe I said that right, is he's elected a third term, and something interesting is when he did, a lot of Chinese stocks started to sell off. I believe it was tech stocks, and this is probably because of the authoritative outlook that him and his cabinet share, and what they push forward. So seems like Chinese stocks are taking a battering. And then yes, that's the political overview. Rajik, I said his name wrong, but essentially Liz from as the prime minister is stepping down, and they're electing Rajik. I do not know if I said that right. And this is more evidence to the fact that there's a lot going on within Great Britain as far as trying to rectify and simplify their. I don't know if it's not just currency, it's so much more going on. And it's not going to be a prime minister that fix it, because it's a system. It's a system thing. But of course, they're going to continue to try. So as of now, that's what's going on from a macro sphere that we need to keep an eye out on. And also dollar liquidity. Keep an eye on dollar liquidity. Is it shrinking? If so, understand what this correlates to and have your hand on the button. Be ready to move, guys. Keep putting the micro to the macro and the macro to the micro. Just wanted to talk a little bit about some insights that we see. And that will be it for today's episode, guys. Until the next one, continue to keep putting it together, and I'll talk to you soon.